Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3 of
Welcome back. Nudie Gaming.
God. Yeah, welcome back.
Click back. Image.
Cooking like a god.
Direct touch area.
Cooking.
Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app.
We're gonna go ahead and be on part 3. I am reclining, relaxing. This is the 3rd recording in the series. First episode, we got into our build. Our 2nd episode, we pretty much conquered most of the Eastern Blightwoods. And now we're going to see if we can take on Daisy. Hopefully Daisy, I'm just a little afraid of Daisy just wiping our butt. So I don't know if I should fight her. I mean, I know I can beat her, but Pen is very powerful. So honestly, I don't get much out of her. So I think I'm just going to skip Daisy, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next part of this journey.
Continue. Of the bandit staggers. An incredulous continue.
Let's let's talk to the bandits.
Garden Greaves lucky hit. Ellipse continue. Garden Greaves let him speak. Finish him. Ellipsis. With a fluent strike you end the bandits. Address the remaining bandits. Bandits with their form. Invite the bandits back. Bandits. Most bandits look at each other and nod. Continue. Eastern Blightwoods where to next?
Alright, so now let's go ahead and go back to Brightwood.
Explore the area more. Lead. Return to Bright. Explore the area. Show deck. Cards. Show deck. Cards. Use weapon power. Calling. Character info. Enemy aura. And raid. Campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Player gold 245. Player health 105.
Actually, I think we can take on Daisy because we have a campsite left.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 20. Player health 100. Player gold 200. Player gold 200. Player gold 245.
Yeah. Plus we have Headhunter. We get all our health back. So I probably should have took on Daisy. No, this is fine. Let's deal with Daisy.
Player health 105. Enemy aura and settings. Leave area. Leave this area. Mini boss matriarch to campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Mini boss matriarch Daisy runner up into the bright kennel club dog show. Enemy gains floods. Enemy status. Enemy status. Enraged. Started. Enemy status. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Neutral 1. Deal star 7. Tiny trident. Plus surge of strength. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Enemy takes 7.
Hopefully I can kill her fast.
Party flank. 1 U. Thick skin. STR1. Get party enemy status. Enraged. Party flank. 1 U. Player health 100. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character in tiny trident. Enemy takes 7.
14 damage.
Thick skin. STR1. You gain 5 armor stacks. Party flank. And known meat. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Neutral 1. Deal star 7. Party flank. 1 use. Smoldering ribs. 1 use. Ooh. Enemy gain 2 burning stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Work real well against her.
Tiny trident. Plus party flank. Player status. Cook party flank. Tiny trident. Plus 4. Character info. End turn. Player energy. End turn.
That was a good start. Very good
Enemy
start.
turn. Enemy playing cards. Bloodhowl. You gain 5 doom stacks. Enemy gains Bloodhowl enchantment. Thrashing. You block the damage. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Here comes Doom and Pen.
Character info. Party flank. 1 U. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times. Snare. 1 use. Astonish 8. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's dagger. 0 enter stone stance. Action. Comments. Armor. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. Guard. Player health 105.
Let's go with...
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 10. Player energy. Player energy. End turn. Character at party flank. Culinary cutlery. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. STR1. Conjure 3 basic attacks if you are cooking. Reduce the cost of basic attacks in your hand by neutral.
Yeah,
Action.
let's do this.
Rare. Chop. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment.
I really want to learn how to use culinary cutlery a lot better.
Snare. 1 use. Astonish 8. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0 enter stone stance. Action. Common. Party. You gain stone stance enchantment. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 2. Tiny trident. Deal 3. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 2. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a party flank. 1 U. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Reach tiny trident. Enemy takes 2. Party flank. Party flank. 1 snare. 1 use. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 I don't have enough energy to play this card. Player health 105. Show deck. Cards player energy. End turn. Player energy.
We did good. That worked. That culinary cutlery is working really well.
End turn. Character info. Party flank. Chop him up. STR2. Snare. 1 U. Party flank. 1 use. Gain party flank. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. Guard and known meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. Garnish. You gain 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain 1 sated stacks.
Luther's loving all this free loot.
Player status. Cooking. Stacks 1 when adding a 3rd ingredient. Trigger its garnish effect.
Also, big shout out to Minos for the background sounds.
Player status. Stone stance. Party flank. 1 use. Chop him up. STR. Snare. 1 U. Party flank. Party flank. Party flank. Party flank. Surge of strength. Wow, gain SDR and 1 health. You heal 2 health. Character info. Party flank. Chop him up. Snare. Party flank. Party flank. Party flank. Party flank. Player status. Cook. Party. Player health 105. Show deck. Player enter. End turn.
We got 105 as our max.
Enemy turn.
We're doing really good.
Enemy playing card. Trashing. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 pin stack. Blood bite. You take 5 damage. Enemy healed 5. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Of course, we got our first pin to deal with.
Character info. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. Player health 99.
We took 6 damage.
Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Party flank. Disabled. I can't play this party flank. Disabled. Party flank. Disabled. Big eater. Disabled. ST. Choice card. +1. Disabled. I can't play this card. Oath of fire. Disabled. No soothe. Disabled. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral. Enemy takes 7. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Party flank. Disabled. 1. Party flank. Disabled. Big eater. Disabled. Choice card. +1. Disabled. I can't play this card right now. Oath of fire. Disabled. No soothe. Disabled. Party flank. 1 use. Gained. Player status. Pin. Stacks 1 while pin. Party flank. Player health 105. Show deck. Player energy. STR. 3. End turn. Character info. Party flank. Character end turn.
We don't need those. We'll let those build up at our
Enemy
deck.
turn.
Our hand's getting full.
Enemy playing cards. Blood Hall. You gain 5 doom stacks. Enemy gains Blood Hall enchantment. Blood bite. You take 6 damage. Enemy heal. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks.
Damage,
Your turn.
6 doom.
End turn. Player energy. ST. Show deck. Player health 99.
Well, you got 6 health loss again.
Show deck. Cards. Player energy. End turn. Character in. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stack. Party flank. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Back to maximum.
Tiny trident. +5. Enemy takes 7.
I think we're ahead of Daisy.
Kitchen raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Reach. Party flank. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Stone stack. Spicy acid. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 poison stacks. You gained 1 sated stack. Party flank. 1 use. Party flank. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR. Enemy takes 5.
Ooh. Double 5s.
Party flank. 1 use. Gained. Player status. Cooking. Party flank. Kitchen raid. STR1. Party flank. 1 use. Gain. Sugar plum. 1. Added to enemy deck.
Sugar
you gained 1
plums
sated
are
stacks.
open. My deck is getting stronger. My deck building is getting better.
Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR. 1. Show deck. Player health 105.
105. We're max health.
Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character in party flank. 1. Party flank. Party flank. Player status. Cooking. Party flank. Character info. End turn.
We're doing good.
Enemy turn. Enemy takes 1. You gain 5 doom stacks. Enemy gains blood. Enemy takes 1. You take 6 damage. You gained 1 pin stack. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 anger stacks. Your turn.
Lovely.
Character info. Party flank. 1 use. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Party flank. I can't play this card right now. Tiny trident. +4. Disabled. I can't play Oath of Fire. Disabled. Surge of strength. Disabled. Tiny trident. +4. Disabled. Neutral. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times. You gain enemy takes 1.
That's cool.
Party flank. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 save. Tiny trident. +4. I can't play this card right now. Oath of Fire. Disabled. Neutral 1. Surge of strength. Disabled. Tiny trident. +4. Disabled. Neutral. Party flank. Disabled. 1. Sharp leaves. Disabled. Smoldering ribs. 1 use. Enemy gained 2 burning stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks.
We're staying ahead. He's not hurting us.
Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. You heal 3 health. Player health 105.
We're max health.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 10. Player energy. End turn. Character in tiny trident. +4. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 6. Surge of strength. Disabled. I can't play this card right. Oath of Fire. Neutral 1. You gain 3 rally stacks. Character info. Surge of strength. Gain SDR and 1 health. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. +4. Disabled. Neutral 1. Party flank. Disabled. 1 use. Sharp leaves. Disabled. 1. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. +4. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 6. Victory. Character info.
Yeah, we did.
Character
we
info.
Smashed Daisy. Yeah, I thought I was going to have trouble with Daisy. My deck, I have a good understanding of this deck and how the pieces of it work, and it's working really well.
Player gold 245. Enemy status. Enraged. Startup settings. Enemy player health 105. Player health 100. Show deck. Next. You gain 9 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip rewards.
Good card to get.
Enemy status. Avenger's Choice. Neutral 1. Conjure Forged in Test of Faith. Take steady ground. STR1. Gain 3 armor your next act. Enemies player health 105. Show deck. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon power culinary weapon activate to start combat with a random ingredient. Passive. Your ingredients. Leave area settings. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
We can heal.
Player health 105.
We're already max health. Any cards to get rid of?
Player health 100. Show deck. Use weapon power culinary. Show deck. Big eater. STR1. Culinary cutlery. No soothe. Chop him up. Oath of Fire. Battle broth. Choice cod. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen raid. Snare. 1. Kitchen raid. Kitchen brawl. Choice cod. Kitchen rate. Snare. Stun a shade. Surge of stun a snare.
Snare?
1 use. Take 1 piercing
The
damage.
hell are you
Upgrade
doing
all
in
remaining
my
snares
deck?
by 1. Draw a card
You're gonna
corruption.
go.
Stun a shade. Surge of strength. Surge of strength. Thick skin. ST. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Tiny trident. Close deck list. Show deck.
does
Cards
sometimes
currently
get
in
in
deck 20. Leave area. Leave this area and settings. Leave area. Leave this player health 105.
Garvin puts that in your deck.
Leave area. Settings. Settings. Leave area. Leave this area. Player health 105. Show deck. Use weapon power cup. Character info. Leave area. Leave this area and venture settings. Campsite A. Brief respite from the perils of adventure. Campfire A. Warm fire and remove a card. Select card. Battle broth. Battle broth. Big eater. Choice cut. Chop him up. Culinary cutler. Kitchen brawl. Kitchen raid. No soothe. Oath of fire. Snare. Card remove. Card remove. Block. Exploration. Character info. Campsite A. Brief respite from the peril. Player goal 250. Campsite A. Brief. Leave area. Leave this area and venture forth.
So many spare campsites. And we didn't get any cards that were duplicates. I really wish we could have got, because we have duplicity. Go back to episode 2, you could check out how I decided to use duplicity. If we had gotten some copy cards right now, this would be the perfect moment to get some free power-ups, because we have campsites to get rid of the cards we don't need. So when you use duplicity, the card that gets upgraded that's in your deck, you keep, and the card that you just put in, you take it out.
Settings. 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 Leave area. Leave this area and venture forth.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Settings. Press to continue. Exploration. Settings. Set Consul Evelyn, the commander of Brightcandle Fortress. Maribeth Evelyn, report your success. Maribeth Evelyn, continue. You gain 50. How is the war progressing? Maribeth Evelyn, continue. Maribeth Evelyn, continue. Maribeth Evelyn, the demon. Who is this Dawnbringer? Maribeth Evelyn, we call him Dawnbringer now. But he was once. Why are they so important? Maribeth Evelyn, why isn't the Maribeth Evelyn? Continue. Maribeth Evelyn, continue. Maribeth Evelyn without our champion. Ask about the guild. Maribeth Evelyn, ask about the Maribeth Evelyn. Ask about the Maribeth Evelyn. Continue. Maribeth Evelyn is the. Aren't you looking for the Maribeth Evelyn? Of course. Where was the champion? Maribeth Evelyn. You want me to? Maribeth Evelyn. Do you think they are Maribeth Evelyn? We don't. What do I do once I find them? Maribeth Evelyn. I'll find this Dawn. Maribeth Evelyn. I don't continue. You gain 25. Lead. Exploration. Player gold 300. Player gold 329.
What do you think? We're gonna get any Eldritch Infernal Invasions? Most likely. Yeah. What are you doing? No. Don't go to the red tickles.
Heading not found.
Being mischievous. All right, let's let us upgrade our weapons. See if there's any good cards to buy and get out of here.
Merchant, have a look at our wares.
We
Friend.
have a lot of money.
Blacksmith, the fire still burned bright inside the workshop.
Let's go to the blacksmith first. I'll get that.
Wrecker Firehorn Ace 30 man swings 20 gold, 30 gold, 50 gold. Upgrade all your basic attack. You lose minus 50 gold. Tiny Trident upgraded. Tiny Trident upgraded.
Right,
Tiny Trident upgraded. Tiny Trident upgraded. Tiny Trident upgraded. Tiny Trident upgraded. Exploration. Player gold 279.
Alright, now let's go to the store.
Brightcandle in this shabby and looks. Merchant, have a look at our wares. Friend. Brightcandle merchant, you notice it. Continue. Julius Belthorpe, show me your wares. Body of steel costs 20. STR1. This combat. Gain reflect equal to the health you gain utility. Uncommon.
Steel.
Reflect. Return the next damage dealt to you to the attacker. Increase this damage by 1 for each stack of reflect. Fades at the start of turn.
Body of steel is absolutely a very, very devastating card.
Strike Vitals costs 40. Body of steel costs 20. STR1. You lose minus 20 gold.
It's a great card.
Strike Vitals costs 40. STR3. Deal 5 damage on hit. Your foe can't gain health next turn. And your next melee attack this turn gains life drain melee.
Strike
Rare.
Vitals
On hit.
is
Requires the
good,
attack to have hit the target. And dealt damage.
really
Life
hard
drain.
to use
Cards
it
with life drain restore health.
effectively.
Health. Equal to the damage they
Don't know
deal.
if we're gonna
Vital
buy
strike.
that.
Your Chef's Kiss costs 40.
Oh, there it
STR2.
is.
This combat. Inflict stagger and charmed equal to your sated.
We'll take
0.
that.
You lose minus 40 gold.
Chef's Kiss, very powerful card.
Battle Brawler costs 40. STR2. This combat. Throw technique costs 40. STR. Glaive Strike costs 10. Imp STR1. Make a basic attack on hit and corrupted. Conjure a Hex Glaive melee. Mojo costs 10. Dex STR1. Perform 1 use up to 3 souls to perform an additional time per soul. Pin Spitter costs 10. Dex STR1. Deal 5 damage. On hit. Delve a pin if you control an effigy ranged. Common. Graveside costs 100. Dex STR2. Discard your hand and put your deck in your discard pile. Skip your draw fate. Close Merchant costs 1 Fatishirt.
That was it. We got 2 good cards.
Graveside. Close Merchant. Exploration. Close player gold
Those are
219.
2 really good cards.
Player gold 219. Player gold 200. Player health 105. Show deck. Use weapon power. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 21.
Our deck is really good. We can drop one of the battle broths if we want.
Dead end and obstacle blocks. Settings. Brightcandle in this shabby. Fortress gates leave Brightcandle. Dead end and obstacle blocks. Fortress gates leave Brightcandle and venture forward. Brightcandle gates is not yet. Lead. I am red. Carrot. Emerald Heights invaded by Court of Pestilence. Siege of Shadows. Venture into the brutal woodlands.
Court of Pestilence, really nasty.
Emerald Heights invaded by Court of Pestilence. Noxlike Swamp. Core. Travel to the damp and unforgiving swamp.
Noxlike, I don't have any poison protection, but it's not invaded, so.
Riffied Ramparts. Tribes of Twilight. Travel to the Riffied Ramparts. Tribes of Twilight. Travel to the Smoka-filled Ramparts.
I don't like the ramparts. It's really hard. I'm gonna take the core.
Noxlike Swamp. Core. Travel to the damp character info. Press to continue. Trail of the Champion. 5. Trail of the Champion. Lost Ranger this way, I think. Trail of the Champion. 5 periods. The mysterious Noxlike Swamp is mired in a thick impenetrable fog. Many soldiers and adventurers alike have tried to exploration. Character info. Shine a strange statue stands up. Character info. Use weapon. Character info. Shine a strange opportunity. Torn cloth. You spot a piece of cloth. Opportunity. Shine a strange statue stands out from its Shine a strange sanguine shine a fang statue grins. Sanguine shine a fang statue grins at you ominously from underneath its dark hood. Stone hand extended towards you. A granite goblet. Investigate. 10 maximum health. Drip blood lead. 10 maximum health. Drip blood in the cup. Select card. Battle broth. Create an ingredient. Battle broth. Big eater. STR1. This combat. Conjurer. Body of steel. STR1. This combat. Gain reflect equal to the health you gain. Enchantment. Uncommon. Reflect. Return the next damage dealt to you to the attacker. Increase this damage by 1 for each stack of reflect. Fades at Big Eater. Body of steel. STR1. This combat. Gain reflect equal to the health you gain. Card altered. Card altered. Block. Disabled. Neutral 1. Gain 3 armor. Action. Common. Armor. When dealt damage. Take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Block. Disabled. Neutral. Sanguine shine the statue's goblets. Lead. Exploration. Character info.
Save the cost of money. I could enchant more important things.
Opportunity treasure. Traps or opportunity. Potbellied and pay you walker. Wanna buy? Potbellied and pay you walker. Wanna buy something? A shrill voice shouts at you before an What do you offer? Sure. Let's deal.
This guy's good because he gives you enchantments. So hopefully he has some good ones.
Shoo the imp away. Shoo the imp away. Sure. Let's deal. Potbellied imp. The imp smile widens even further than you thought possible before it quickly pushes the bag towards you. Continue.
Right.
Select card. Spin the web. Dex 1. This combat. Snares inflict charmed and poison equal to the damage they deal. Enchantment. Rare. Charmed. Lose the battle if your health is less than your charmed. When dealt. Non-piercing damage. Remove an equal amount of charmed. Unique. You can only play 1 card with this name per combat. Spin the web. Sea shanty. Spin the web. Dex 1. This combat. Snares inflict charmed and poison equal to the damage they deal. Enchantment. Rare. Charmed. Lose the battle if your health is less than your charmed. When dealt. Non-piercing damage. Remove an equal amount of charmed. Unique. Sea shanty. Dex 2. This enigma. Dex int 2. This combat. Conjure any card and reduce its cost to 0 at the start of your Stormbrand. Dex STR2. This combat. Conjure a free lightning card whenever you inflict a Stormbrand. Dex STR2. This combat. Conjure a free lightning card whenever you inflict a critical hit. Lightning enchant enigma. Dex int 2. This combat. Conjure any card and reduce its cost to 0 at the start of your turn. Enchantment. Legendary. Unique. You can only play 1 card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique.
This gets free imbued. At least 1 card will be free at the beginning of the turn. It's still a good card. I don't need to worry about the card itself.
Sea shanty. Dex 2. This combat. Gain a shanty at the start of your turn. Change the tide when you finish a performance. Enchantment. Common. Spin the web. Dex 1. This combat. Snares inflict charmed and poison equal to the damage they deal. Enchantment. Spin the web. Sea shanty. Enigma. Dex int 2. This combat. Card imbued. Block. Disable. Exploration. Character info.
That's a good thing. It's a free imbuement. I think there is a penalty. I just don't know what it is.
Festering Shambler A Mossy Mass shambles through shallows. Mini boss wander. Lost ranger this way. Mini boss. Festering Shambler A Mossy Mass Fester. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious spot enchantment. Enemy gains aura of blight enchantment. You gained 1 poison stacks. Your turn. Rusty spear. Deal 3 damage. Gain 0/150 blessings. Transform into Halifax. The hallowed spear. Divine action. Common. Halifax. Deal. Damage 5. Damage gain of player health 75. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Character. Rusty spear. Deal 3 damage. Gain 0/150 blessings. Transform into Halifax. The hallowed spear. Divine action. Common. Halifax. Deal. Damage 5. Damage gain a blessing with stacks for each damage dealt.
I actually like Halifax. I don't know how I got Halifax, but you have to use it 100 times though. But I love Halifax. It's just really hard to pull off in this kind of deck.
Character in Rusty Spear. Deal 3 damage. Gain 0/150 blessings. Transform into Halifax.
Probably
the hallowed spear. Divine action. Common. Halifax. Chef's kiss. STR2. This comp. You take 1 damage. You gain Chef's kiss enchantment.
Chef's kiss.
Tiny trident. +5. Tiny trident. No soothe. STR1. Player status. Chef's no soothe. Tiny surge of strength. Rusty spear. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Tiny trident. +5. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 8.
There's probably no way I'm gonna get Halifax to work, so I'll probably get rid of it.
No soothe. STR1. Party flank. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. You character info. Character info. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Player health 75.
Why do we have so much health loss? We must have took some damage from some things we did here. Yeah, we took some damage here.
Show deck. Cards. Player energy. End turn.
Probably from that
End turn.
trade at the end.
Enemy turn. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Acid breath. You take 16 damage. Your turn. End turn.
This is not a good turn of events here.
End turn. Character in Divine Lashings. Take damage equal to your seal. Then deal 0 damage for each point of your seal. 0. Divine action. Uncommon. Character info. Divine Lashings. Take damage equal to your seal. Then deal 0 battle broth. Create an you take 1 damage. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. STR1. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment. Tiny trident. +5. Enemy takes 8. Party flank. 1 use. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Using all this health wasn't great.
Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Deal party flank. 1. You heal 3 health. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 char. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Chef's kiss. This combat. Inflicts divine lashings. Take damage equal to your seal. Then deal tiny trident. Enemy takes 8. Thick skin. STR1. Tiny trident. Deal. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Deal 3 damage on hit. Enemy takes 3. Party flank. 1 use. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. Enemy gain 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 2 charm stacks. You party flank. 1. You heal 3 health. Enemy gain 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 3 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Party flank. You heal 3 health. Enemy gain 4 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 4 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Divine lashings. Take down. Thick skin. STR. You gain 5 armor stacks. Player status. Chef's kiss. Party flank. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 3 health. Enemy gain 5 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 5 charm stacks. You gain divine lashings. Player status. Cooking. Divine lash. Character info. End turn.
Not too bad.
Enemy takes 8. You gain 2 poison stacks.
Yeah,
Enemy playing card. Free
penalties
throw.
for
Enemy
taking
heals
those
8.
free
Mossy slam.
cards.
You block the damage. Your turn.
Taking that free and damage.
End turn. Character info. Coven of Chaos. Inflict 1 random affliction. Increases by 1 whenever you play a cursed card. Cursed. You take 1 damage. Enemy gained 1 frozen stacks. Tiny Surge of Strength. You take 1 damage. You heal 2 health. Astonishate. STR1. Gain arm. You gain 7 armor stacks. You gain stone stance enchantment. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Spicy acid. 1. Enemy gained 2 poison stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Plus 6. Enemy takes 9. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Reach sharp leaves. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. Enemy gains deep wound enchantment. 1. Ellipsis. Enemy gained 1 staggers. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain body of steel enchant. Player status. Body of steel. Party flank. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 3 reflect stacks. You heal 3 health. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking.
Great.
Player status. Body of steel. This combat. Player health 75. Show deck. Player end turn. Character and player status. Cooking. Stacks 1. Player status. Body player stat. Character info. End turn.
We're down about
Enemy takes 5. You gain 3 poison
health.
stacks. Enemy takes 7. Victory. Next.
There we go. That wasn't too bad. We lost a little health. We'll recover.
Character info. Player goal 219. Player goal 219. Area status. Enemy status. Area status. Not player health 75. Show deck. Next. You gain 7 gold. Select a card to add to your deck.
We don't
Skippable.
really
Skip rewards.
need too many more cards right now.
Area status. Enemy status. Test of faith. Take down. Stonewall. STR1. Gain 3 armor on draw. Increase the next armor. Battle sense. Foretell 3 draw a card and stone. Test of faith. Enemy status. Enemy status. Poison. Stack. Area status. Player goal 226. Character info. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon power culinary. Area status. Not settings. Area status. Knocks like shaman look. Blacksmith the fire still. Opportunity treasure.
Oh,
Traps or
that's
treachery
good.
away. Blacksmith the fire still burn. Blacksmith the fire. Regger firehorn a sturdy man.
She
Regger
almost
firehorn
up
a
to
sturdy
10
man swings a hammer at his
damage.
blackened anvil before he looks up. 20 gold. 30 gold. 50 gold. Upgrade all your. You lose minus 50 gold.
Alright.
Tiny trident upgraded. 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 Exploration. Player area status. Not settings. Area status. Alchemist my potion. Shrine a strange stat. Lost ranger this way. Shrine a strange statues. Shrine a strange statue. Shrine of balance a partially overgrown statue stands in. Investigate. Shrine of balance. Shrine of balance allows you to swap the upgrades between 2 cards or to upgrade 1 card. Investigate. Upgrade a card.
Let's
Select
see.
card. Choice card. Plus chop him up. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Deal star 2 star damage twice whenever you play an ingredient. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times. Conjure a random ingredient for each hit. Card upgraded. Block. Disabled. Death blow. Block. Kitchen. Death blow. Kitchen. Tiny. Snare. Body. Chop him up. +1. STR2. Deal star 3 star damage 3 times. Exploration.
Want to get that
Settings.
card
Area
upgraded
status.
a little
Noxious
bit,
fog.
so it's
Stacks
not
2
so
inflict 2
weak.
poison at the start of settings. Area status. Torn cloth use spot a piece. Campsite a brief respite from the mini boss wandering slime. It's hammer slime.
I don't want to deal with hammer slime yet.
Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Chill out.
Campsite a brief. Campfire a warm fire and relative safe. Remove a card. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration.
There we go.
Area status. Torn cloth you spotted. Player gold 176. Player gold 170. Player health. Show deck. Card player health 75. Player gold 176. Torn cloth you spot a piece of cloth. Campsite a brief respite from the blighted warrior. The smell betrays its presence before its inhuman grunt. Area status. Blighted warrior. The smell betrays its presence. Campsite a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Why am I not feeling it?
Campsite a brief respite. Campfire a warm fire. Remove a card. Heal 20%. You heal 15 health. Exploration. Area status. Noxious fog. Inflict 0 poison. Alchemist my post. Player gold 176. Player gold 100. Player health 75.
Something's wrong. My health is not going up. I must have did something to myself.
Torn cloth you spot a piece of cloth. Opportunity treasure. Traps or opportunity treasure. Entrepreneurial imp and imp flies up to you and flutters around. Entrepreneurial imp and imp. 10 gold. Buy a random rare.
We can buy some more rare cards, but we're gonna say no.
Take 10 damage. Buy a random rare. Shoo the imp away. Shoo the imp away.
No thanks.
Exploration. Settings. Setting. Area status. Noxious fog. Settings. Area status. Merchant have a look at our wares. Friend. Mini boss wandering slime. Blighted warrior. The smell betrays its presence, but mini boss merchant have a look at our wares. Friend.
Let's see if the merchant has anything.
Merchant have a look. Merchant have 0. Costs 1 Fatishered refresh. Lunging strike. Earthen shield costs 20. Belly bump costs 20. STR1. Deal 6 damage. Inflict stagger for
tried
each
to get
damage
belly
dealt.
bombs,
Your sated
not
increases
that
the
great.
damage. Vigorating strike costs 20. Savagery costs 40. STR1. This combat. Gain STR whenever you deliver a crushing strike utility. Rare. Crushing.
Actually,
Crushing
not
requires a
bad
card to deal 10 or more
for a
damage.
deck.
Headbutt costs 40. STR. Arcane quiver costs 20. Dance of blight costs 10. 0. Costs 1 Fatishered refresh stock.
What else?
You lose 1 Fatishered. Julius, I'll show you the special stock. Flurry costs 20. Dex STR2. This Stoniskin costs 10. Dex S. Bone Nova costs 10. Dex S. Utility belt costs 10. Neutral. Deep Faith costs 20. Imp STR. Standoff costs 40. STR1. Gain 4 armor unscathed. Gain 1 impervious instead. Stand your ground costs 40. STR2. This combat. Deal damage equal to your armor at the end of your turn utility. Rare. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Reckless charge costs 20. Cluster grenade costs 20. Nuke cluster grenade costs 20. Reckless stand your ground costs 40. STR2. This combat. Deal damage equal to your armor at the end of your turn utility. Rare. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn.
Might pick this up because that does a lot of burn.
Reckless charge costs. Stand your ground costs 40. STR2. This you lose minus 40 gold.
I do a lot of armor build up, so that's a good card.
Standoff cost, Deep Faith cost, Utility Belt costs 10, Bone Nova costs 10, Stana Spin costs 10, Flurry costs 20, Close Merchant costs 1 Fat Exploration, Stana
really
settings, Area, Lost Ranger this way, Player Gold 130, Player Gold 1, Player Gold 1, Player Health 75, Player Gold 136.
Okay, we need to save some of our money, not spend everything.
Lost Ranger this way, I think. Ellipse, Festering Shambler A Mossy Mass Shambles through Lost Ranger this way, I think. Festering Shamble, you gain Enigma Enchantment, enemy gains Noxious Fog Enchantment, enemy gains Aura of Blight Enchantment, your turn, Dagger Storm. Draw 3, Chef's Kiss, STR2, this combat, inflicts Dagger and Charm, Dagger Storm. Draw 3 cards, gain dex for every basic attack drawn. Action. Uncommon. Character in Dagger Storm. Draw 3 cards, gain dex for every basic attack drawn. Action. You gain Dagger Storm enchantment. Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. STR2. Kit. You gain Chef's Kiss enchantment. Tiny Trident. +6. Kitchen Raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. Character info. Kitchen Raid. Tiny Trident. Tiny Trident. I don't have enough energy to play this Tiny Trident. I don't have enough energy. Body of Steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Party flank. 1. You gain Cooking Enchantment. You gain 3 Reflex. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 sated stack. Character info. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Player health 75.
Yeah, our health is not going up past 75. I don't understand.
Kitchen Raid. STR1. Tiny Trident. +6. Neutral 1. I don't have enough energy. Tiny Trident. Big Eater. STR1. I don't have enough energy. Thick Skin. STR1. Player status. Kitchen Raid. Player health 75. Show deck. Player end turn. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Regrow. Enemy heals 8. Your turn. End turn. Character info. First aid kit. Conjure 2 bandages. Charges. 1. Chop him up. +1. STR2. Stana Shade. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. Surge of strength. Gain STR and 1 health. Action. You take 1 damage. You gain 2 reflex stacks. You heal 2 health. Tiny Trident. +6. Enemy takes 9. Party flank. 1 use. Gain 2 health. You gain 3 reflex stacks.
Right now,
you heal 3 health. You gain 1 sated stacks.
Reflect.
First aid kit. Conjure 2. Conjure. Bandage. Stana Shade. STR1. Gain Oath of Fire. Neutral 1. You gain 3 rally stacks. Bandage. 1 use. You gain 3 reflex stacks. You chop him up. +1. STR2. I don't have enough energy to character info. Chop him up. Stana Shade. STR. Bandage. You gain 3 reflex stacks. You heal 3 health. Chop him up. +1. Stana Shade. Player status. Cooking. Stana. Chop him up. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. You gain 2 poison stacks. Enemy takes 29. You take 16 damage. Regrow. You gain 3 reflex stacks. You heal 3 health. Enemy heals 8. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Siphon magic. Steal a blessing from your opponent. Action. I can't play this card right now. Surge of strength. You gain 2 reflex stacks. You heal 2 health. No soothe. Bonus. STR1. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Tiny Trident. +6. Enemy takes 12. Choice card. +1. Enemy takes 9. Select card. Unknown meat. Demon's Tail. Party flank. 1. Culinary Cutlery. Bonus. STR1. You gain Culinary Cutlery enchantment. Party flank. You gain 3 reflex stacks. You heal 3 health. You gained 1 Tiny Trident. Enemy takes 6. Tiny Victory. Next.
Not bad, not bad. I did okay.
Next. Show deck. Player health 67.
I don't know what's going on with our health. It's not going up anymore.
Show deck. Next. Level up. Pick a talent. Reroll button for greater strength. Select greater strength. Gain +1 strength. You gain SDR for each point of strength at the start of your turn.
Don't really need it. Let's see what else we can get.
Reroll button for energized. Reroll. 2 rerolls remaining. Select greater intellect. Gain +1 intellect. Reroll button for greater intellect. Select aggression whenever you gain anger. Gain an additional reroll button for aggression. Select greater strength. Gain +1 strength. Reroll button for aggression. Select aggression whenever you gain anger. Gain an additional stack.
This could be good. It's not bad. We don't get that much anger though.
Reroll button for greater intellect. Reroll. 1 rerolls remaining.
Roll that one.
Select Epiphany. Gain a random legendary card.
Yeah, we don't really need any legendaries. We're pretty healthy. We're pretty strong as is.
Reroll button for Epiphany. Reroll. 0 rerolls remaining. Select greater dexterity. Gain +1 dexterity. Select greater dexterity. Gain +1. Select aggression whenever you gain anger. Gain an additional stack.
Well, we didn't really get a lot of good choices.
Select greater strength. Gain +1. Select greater strength. Gain +1. Select aggression whenever you gain anger. Gain an additional stack.
I'm gonna take greater strength.
Select greater strength. Gain +1 strength. You gain SDR for each point of strength at the start of your turn. You gain 7 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip area status. Enemy status. No test of fate. Take damage equal. Snake familiar. Neutral 1. Choice card. STR1. Deal 4 damage on hit. Delve an ingredient. Enemy area status. Player health 67. Show deck. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon power. Culinary use torn cloth. You spot a piece of cloth dangling. Blighted warrior. The smell betrays its presence before it. Blighted warrior. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains undead enchantment. You gained 1 poison stacks. Your turn. Bunker down. Gain 4 armor if you have 10 or more armor. Gain fortified upgradable. Action. Character info. Bunker down. Gain 4 armor if you have 10 or more armor. Gain you take 1 damage. You gain 4 armor stacks. Chef's kiss. STR2. You gain chef's kiss enchantment. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges 5/5. Thick skin. STR1. Spicy acid. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 poison stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. STR. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment. Thick skin. STR1. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Deal 3 damage on. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Salty femur. 1. You gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 9. Thick skin. STR1. Gain 5 armor. Salty femur. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 3 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Cooking. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 4 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 4 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Character info. Thick skin. STR1. Player status. Cooking. Thick skin. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy takes 5. Enemy takes 1. Enemy gains 6 armor stacks. Ratio. Enemy takes 1. Enemy gains 6 armor stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Spirit them. Deal 6 damage on hit. Gain temporary maximum health equal to the damage this dealt. Reaping. Enemy has blocked this attack. Tiny trident. +7. New. Enemy takes 4. Kitchen raid. STR1. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Salty femur. 1. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Astonishade. STR1. Gain armor equal to. You gain 5 armor stacks. You gain stone stance enchantment. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges 4/5. Action. Player status. Demon's tail. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain cooking enchantment. Furiated to your death. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 charm. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen raid. Bonus. STR. Player status. Cooking. Stacks 1 when adding a 3rd ingredient. Trigger its garnish effect. Stone stance. Whenever you gain armor, gain 1 more. Player status. Fortify. Player status. Player status. Sharp leaves. 1. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Character info. Demon's tail. Life 1. Party flank. 1. You heal 3 health. Enemy gained 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 3 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Demon's tail. Life 1. Player status. Demon's tail. Character info. End turn. Enemy takes 6. Enemy playing cards. Retaliating strike. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 impervious stacks. Blight strike. You block the damage. Your turn.
Impervious.
Character info. Demon's tail. Life 1. Break bonds. Cleanse all dazed. Dominated and pinned. Enter frenzied stance. Reliable. Stand your ground. STR2. This combat. You gain stand your ground enchantment. Tiny trident. +6. Enemy immune to this damage. No soothe. STR1. You gain 1 anger stacks. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1. Break bonds. Cleanse all dazed. Dominated and pinned. Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain body of steel and big eater. STR1. You gain big eater enchantment. Demon's tail. Life 1. 1 use. Shuffle of fury and you take 1 damage. You gain cooking enchantment. Furiated to your deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. +6. Enemy takes 10. Break bonds. Cleanse all. Salty femur. You gained 3 armor stacks. Enemy gained 1 staggers. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stack. Player status. Anger. Stacks 1 increases the damage dealt by actions by break bonds. Cleanse all. Character info. End turn. Enemy takes 12. Enemy turn. Victory. Next. Character info.
My bad.
Player gold 143. Area status. Not player gold. Character info. Next. Show deck. Card player health 75. Area status. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy status. Not area status. Player health 75.
I need to go see what's going on here. Let me check my balance.
Player health 70. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 22. Next. Character info. Close character panel. 0. 1. Attribute. Talents. Bounties. Eleanor the Mouse. Warrior. 4. A female figure with long dark hair pulled back in a partial updo, green eyes, and a scar on her left cheek. She wears armor with a red accent, similar to the previous image. The character has a stern expression and defined facial features. The background is a fiery orange. Her appearance suggests a warrior or fighter role. Health. 75/80.
Why has my health been reduced? My maximum health has been reduced. I think what's going on with the imps is they're reducing your maximum health. I don't know what's going on here.
A female figure with Eleanor the Mouse. Bounties. Talents. Attributes. Talents. Close character panel. Close character panel. Copy. 0. Attributes. Talents.
Let's see what's going on here.
Close character panel. Select slow cooking. Select culinary weapon. Select culinary weapon. Activate to start combat with a random ingredient. Passive. Your ingredients are persistent. Select slow cooking. Your ingredients are persistent. Close character panel. Select Compassionate. Your healing effects heal 1 additional health. Select Headhunter whenever you defeat a boss. Select Duplicity whenever you add a card to your deck. You select Greater Strength. Gain +1 strength. You gain SDR for each point of strength at the start of your turn. Attributes. Talents. Bounties.
It doesn't tell you.
Bounties. Bounties. Talents. Attributes. Select Greater Strength. Select Duplicity. Select Headhunter whenever you select Compassionate. Your close character panel. Character info. Area status. Enemy status. Not settings. Enemy status. Enemy status. Enemy status. Area status. No player gold 100. Character info. Next. You gain 12 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Area status. Enemy status. No, Oath of Blood. Neutral 1. Gain 3 anger if holy was spent. Gain Oathbound. Action. Uncommon. Anger.
Really
Increases the damage dealt by actions by 1 per stack of anger. Oathbound. Tenderize. STR1. Whenever you inflict a crushing blow, create 1 ingredient. Imbue this after playing 25 ingredients.
Yes,
enchantment. Rare. Crushing. Crushing requires a card to deal 10 or more damage.
Right.
You can only play 1 card with this name for combat. Test of Faith. Take down. Add Oath of Blood to add Tenderize to deck. Enemy status. Stagger. Oath of Exploration. Kitchen Brawl. Player gold 155.
Lower deck size. Probably get rid of one of those. Get rid of one.
Area status. Settings. Area status. Campsite A brief blighted warrior. The smell. Torn cloth. You spotted blighted war. Campsite A brief respite. Campsite A brief respite. Campfire A warm fire and remove a card. Select card. Battle broth. Create battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stand. Card removed. Card removed. Block. Exploration. Set. Area status. Mini boss wandering slime at player gold 150. Player health set. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 22.
Yeah, our deck's a little bloaty.
Mini boss wandering slime. Area status. Campsite A brief respite. Alchemist my potions are at least 47% safe. Mini boss wandering slime. It's hammer slime. Alchemist my potions are at least 47% safe. Alchemist my potions. Teresa Black brew. Well, hello there. Advent buy a potion. 20 gold. Change 35 gold. Change lead. Exploration. Settings. Area status. Settings. Area status. Torn cloth. You spot a peak. Knocks like shaman. Look at what wandered into. Mini boss wandering slime. It's hammers. Knocks like shaman. Look at what. Knocks like shaman. Look at. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains aura of blight enchantment. Your turn. Quick change. Conjure a free copy of a card from your foe's hand. Ambush. Gain another. Action. Uncommon. Chef's battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges. 5/5. Action. Common. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1. Big Eater. STR1. You gain Big Eater enchantment. Hexer. Deal 4 damage. Inflict 1 dazzled. Enemy takes 4. Enemy gained 1 dazzled stacks. Player status. Big Eater. Sugar Plum. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Chef's Kiss. Bonus. Enemy gained 1 charmed stack. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. You gain Chef's Kiss enchantment. No soothe. STR1. Gain Hexer. Deal 4 damage. Inflict 1. Enemy takes 4. Enemies. Current status name. Thick skin. STR1. Gain 5. I don't have enough energy. No soothe. STR1. Player status. Chef's. No soothe. Thick skin. Character info. End turn. Enter. Enemy takes 1. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Hexer. You take 4 damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Gift of the Sea. Dex and 2. Delve and play an equipment. Persistent. Flow action. Rare. Tides. Cards with the Edward. I don't have enough energy to play this. Salty femur. 1 use. Gain 2. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 sated stacks. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 char. Player health 70. Show deck. Player entered. End turn. Character Gift of the Sea. Dex and 2. Stand your ground. STR2. This combat. You gain stand your ground enchantment. Tiny Trident. +7. Enemy takes 10. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charmed stacks. Oath of Fire. Neutral 1. I don't have enough energy to player status. Stand your Oath of Fire. Sugar Plum. Tiny Trident. Sugar Plum. You gain cooking enchantment. Added to enemy deck. Enemy gained 2 charmed stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny Trident. Plus Tiny Trident. Gift of the Sea. Character info. End turn. Enemy takes 2. Enemy takes 3. You gain 2 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Noxblist. You block the damage. You gain 3 poison stacks. Noxblist. You take 2 damage. You gain 3 poison stacks. Your turn. Character info. Gift of the Sea. Draw a card. Persistent. Ebb action. You take 1 damage. Unknown meat. 1. You take 1 damage. You gained 1 sated stacks. Chop him up. +1. You take 1. Enemy takes 3. Kitchen raid. Bonus. You take 1 damage. I can't hold more cards in my hand. Tenderize. STR1. Whenever you I don't have enough energy to play the smoldering ribs. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 charmed stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Demon's Tail. Life 1. 1. You take 1 damage. You take 1 damage. You gain cooking enchantment. Furiated to your deck. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charmed stacks. You gained 1 sated. Player status. Cooking. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after. Assassinate. Deal 4 damage. On hit. Slay your enemy takes 4. Surge of strength. Gain STR and 1. You take 1 damage. You heal 2 health. Astonishade. STR1. Character info. End turn. Player energy. STR1. End turn. Character in Astonishade. STR. Surge of strength. Gain ST. You heal 2 health. Tenderize. STR1. Whenever you gain Tenderize enchantment. Sugar Plum. Added to enemy deck. Enemy gained 3 stagger stacks. Enemy you gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Tenderize. Stack unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. Enemy victory. Next. Character info.
I need to do Tenderize on a boss.
Player gold 155. Character info. Next. Show deck. Player health 63. Area status. Enemy status. Settings. Enemy areas. Player health 60. Player health 60. Show deck. Next. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Area status. Enemy status. Butter up. STR1. Ground pound. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times.
Oh, it's a
Conjure a
chop
random
it up.
ingredient for each
I'll get
hit.
a free
Melee
upgrade.
action. Add butter up to add ground pound. Add chop him up to enemy status. Burning. Butter up. Chop him up upgraded. Exploration.
Yeah,
Kitchen.
that
Use weapon
gives me
power
a free
culinary weapon
upgrade.
activate to start. Character info. Lost ranger this way. I think. Knocks like shaman look at what torn cloth you spot a piece of cloth. Knocks like shaman look at what one. Knocks like shaman. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains aura of blight enchantment. You gain 1 poison stacks. Your turn. Player status. Poison. Stacks 1 after playing a card. Ancient stirrings. Discard all cards and hand shift into form of the dragon if you were in form of the dragon already. Draw 5 cards. Action. Chef's Kiss. STR2. You take 1 damage. You gain Chef's Kiss. Thick skin. STR1. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return party flank. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal. You gain 1 sated stacks. Ancient stirrings. Discard all cards and hand shift. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Thick skin. Bonus. STR. You gain 6 armor stacks. Player status. Cooking. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Character info. Ancient stirrings. Discard. Player status. Cooking. Ancient. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Hexer. You block the damage. You gained 1 dazzled stacks. Cold bones. You gain 3 frozen stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Agile mind. Choose 1. Gain dex and evasion or you take 1 damage. Select card. Agile. Gain dex and evasion. You gained 1 evasion stacks. Tiny trident. +7. Enemy takes 9. Tenderize. STR1. You gain tenderize enchantment. Player status. Tenderize. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Tender. Smoldering ribs. Enemy takes 2. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Astonishade. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foot. Kitchen raid. Bonus. Character info. Astonishade. STR1. Smoldering ribs. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 burning stacks. Enemy gained 2 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. You gained 2 armor stacks. Enemy gained 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 3 charm stacks. You gained Astonishade. STR. Salty femur. You gained 2 armor stacks. You gained fortified enchantment. Enemy gained 4 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 4 You gained 1 sated stacks. Astonishade. STR. Player status. Fortified. Astonishade. Character in. End turn. End turn. Enemy takes 5. You gain 2 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Hexer. You block the damage. You gain 1 dazzled stacks. Cold bones. You gain 3 frozen stacks. Enemy takes 4. Your turn. End turn.
We might.
Character info. Recast. Conjure a copy of the last magic action you played. I can't play this card right now. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. Deal 0. No soothe. STR1. Game. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 0. Choice card. +1. STR. Player status. Frozen. Choice card. Chop him up. You take 1 damage. You gain chop him up enchantment. Enemy has blocked this attack. Enemy has blocked this attack. Enemy has blocked this attack. Player status. Frozen. Choice card. +1. Enemy takes 4. Select card. Spicy acid. Smoldering ribs. 1 U. Salty femur. Smoldering rib. Character info. Recast. Conjure a kitchen brawl. +1. STR2. No soothe. STR1. Gain 1 anger. Smoldering ribs. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 burning stacks. You get recast. Conjure a kitchen brawl. +1. No soothe. Bonus. You gain 1 anger stacks. You gain 1 anger stacks. Recast. Conjure a kitchen brawl. Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain player status. Body of steel. This tiny trident. +6. Enemy takes 11. Recast. Conjure kitchen brawl. +1. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You get salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 2 charm. You gained 1 sated stacks. Recast. Conjure a kitchen brawl. Unknown meat. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 3 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Recast. Conjure a kitchen brawl. +1. I don't have enough energy to play smoldering ribs. Enemy gained victory. Next.
Yeah, we're gonna need a boss because we could. Our cooking game is strong.
Character info. Next. Show deck. Player health 65. Show deck. Cards currently in deck. Next. You gain 6 gold. Select a card to add to your area status. Enemy status. Battle Ridge. STR1. Conjure a Fury Frenzy. Your Wild Surge. STR2 Life 2. Gain 8 STR. At the Vengeful Assault. Neutral 1. Enemies. Area player health 65. Show deck. Skip rewards. Skip exploration. Use weapon power culinary weapon activate to start combat with a random ingredient. Passive. You're in Blighted Warrior. The smell betrays its presence before. Lost Ranger this way. Torn cloth. You spot a piece of area status. Torn cloth. Lost Ranger this way. Blighted Warrior. The smell. Blighted Warrior. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains undead enchantment. You gain 2 poison stacks. Your turn. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after playing a card. Word of purity. Cleanse an affliction. Deal damage and gain health equal to your. You take 1 damage. Enemy has blocked this attack. Chef's Kiss. STR2. You gain Chef's Kiss enchantment. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Culinary cutlery. STR1. Conjure 3 basic attacks if you are cooking. Tiny trident. +6. Neutral 1. Player status. Chef's Kiss. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 9. End turn. Character. Chop him up. STR2. Culinary cutlery. STR1. Conjure 3 basic attacks. Salty femur. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain 1 sated stacks. Chop him up. STR2. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. Player status. Culinary cutlery. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment. Chop him up. STR2. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Deal 3 damage on hit. Enemy takes 3. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. Enemy gained 2 stagger stacks. And you gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Fortified. Your armor doesn't fade at this demon's tail. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain cooking enchantment. Few added to your deck. Enemy gain 3 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 3 charm stacks. You salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. Enemy gain 4 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 4 charm stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Chop him up. STR2. Player status. Cooking. Chop him up. Character info. End turn. Player energy. Show deck. Player energy. End turn. Enter. Enemy takes 5. Enemy playing cards. Ray shield. Enemy gains 6 armor stacks. Light strike. You block the damage. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Burst of radiance. Gain 3 armor, gain 3 evasion, gain 3 regenerate, gain 3. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain 3 evasion stacks. You gain 3 focus stacks. You gain 3 regenerate stacks. Tiny trident. Plus 6. Enemy takes 3. 6 skin. Bonus. You gain 5 armor stacks. Salty femur. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You gain 1 sated stacks. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. You gain 3 rally stacks. Fury. Gain 1. You gain 1 anger stacks. You take 1 damage. Kitchen brawl. Plus 1. STR2. Chop him up. Plus 3. I don't have enough energy to player status. Rally. Chop him up. Kitchen brawl. Character info. End turn. Enemy takes 3. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Light strike. You heal 4 health. You block the damage. Retaliating strike. You heal 3 health. You block the damage. Enemy gained 1 impervious stacks. Your turn. You heal 4 health. End turn. Character info. True side lodestone. Upgrade all card rewards by 2 while this is in your deck. Upgradable. Unplayable. Artifact.
Cool.
Legendary. Upgradable. This card can be upgraded and improves the card in unusual ways. Unplayable. This card can't be played from hand. Direct touch area. Use the rotor to enable direct touch for this app.
I'm back.
True side lodestone. Upgrade all card rewards by 2 while this is in your deck. Upgradable. Unplayable. Artifact. Legendary. Upgradable. This card can be upgraded and improves the card. Character. True side lodestone. Upgrade all card rewards by 2 while this is in your deck. Upgradable. Unplayable. Artifact. Legendary. No sub. STR1. Gain 1. Choice card. Plus 1. STR1. Deals. Enemy immune to this damage. Tiny trident. Plus 6. Enemy takes 10. Salty femur. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain true side lodestone. Up, no soothe. Bonus. STR. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. I don't have enough energy to body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. Player status. Armor. Surge of strength. You gain 2 reflex stacks. You heal 2 health. Character info. True side lodestone. Tenderize. STR1. Whenever you gain tenderize enchantment. Player status. Anger. Kitchen raid. STR1. I don't have enough energy. True side loads. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy takes 1. Enemy playing cards. Ratio. You gain 2 reflex stacks. You heal. Enemy takes 9. You take 3 damage. You gain 5 poison stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Upheaval. Draw 6 cards at the end of your turn. Take 5 damage for each card in your hand. Battle broth. Create an. You take 1 damage. Big Eater. STR1. You take 1 damage. You gain Big Eater enchant. Stand your ground. STR2. You gain stand your ground in player status. Regenerate. Smoldering ribs. Enemy gain 2 burning stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Upheaval. Draw 6 card. Tiny trident. Plus 7. I don't have enough energy to. Astonishade. STR1. Player status. Regenerate. Upheaval. Player health 73. Show deck. Player entered. End turn. Enemy takes 1. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Ratio. Enemy gains 6 armor stacks. Ratio. Enemy gains 6 armor stacks. Enemy takes 2. Your turn. You gain 2 reflex stacks. You heal 2 health. End turn. Character info. Unstoppable. Gain 3 armor. You cannot get stunned. Slow door. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gain unstoppable and tiny trident. Plus. Enemy has blocked this attack. And plus 6. Culinary cutlery. Tiny trident. Plus. Enemy takes 12. Victory. Next. Next. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 23. Next. You gain 10 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Area status. Enemy status. Battle broth. Create an dividing strike. Chop him up. STR2. Deal 2 damage 3 times. Conjure a random ingredient for each hit. Melee action. Uncommon. On hit. Add battle broth to add dividing. Add chop him up to death. Enemy status. Burning. Stack battle broth. Chop him up upgraded. Chop him up upgraded. Exploration. Use weapon power. Culinary weapon activate to start area status. Settings. Area status. Campsite A brief mini boss wandering slot torn cloth you spotted mini boss campsite A brief respite campfire A warmth remove a card heal 20% remove a card select card battle broth create an ingredient Big Eater STR1 chef's kiss STR2 choice cod plus 1 chop him up plus 2 STR2 chop him up plus 5 STR2 deal star 7 star damage 3 times chop him up STR2 deal 2 damage card removed block exploration settings area status notches spot inflict 0 poison at the start of combat increases mini boss wandering slime its hammer torn cloth you spot a piece of lost ranger this way lost ranger this way you gain enigma enchantment enemy gains notches spot enchantment enemy gains undead enchantment your turn divine bulwark gain 10 barrier at the beginning of your next turn you gain 10 barrier stacks you gain divine tiny trident enemy takes 9 Astonishade STR1 tiny you gain stone stance enchant salty femur you gain cooking enchantment you gain 3 armor stacks you gained 1 sated stacks chef's kiss STR2 this combat tiny trident enemy takes 9 into armor. Garnish. Gain. Tiny salty femur. 1. You gain 3 armor stacks. You gained 1 chef's kiss. STR2. Tiny trident. Plus 6. Player status. Cooking. Stack tiny chef's kiss. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Piercing arrow. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 burning stacks. Piercing arrow. You take 3 damage. You gain 3 burning stacks. Your turn. You gain 10 zeal stacks. End turn. Character info. Call the spirits. Gain dex. Gain additional dex for each time. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. Choice cod. Plus 1. STR1. Deal star 5 star damage on enemy takes 6. Select card. Unknown meat. Hearty flank. Spicy acid. Hearty flank. No food. Bonus. Chop him up. Plus 5. STR2. Both. You gain enemy takes 7. Victory. Next. Show deck. Cards currently in deck 23. Next. You gain 6 gold. Select a card to add. Area status. Enemy status. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create an ingredient. No soup. STR. Brace for impact. STR1. Gain 4 armor if the enemy is holding an attack. Gain 8 armor instead. Persistent. Action. Add kitchen raid to deck.
Let's see if kitchen raid can upgrade.
Enemy status. Undead. Immune. Kitchen. Exploration. Kitchen brawl. Player gold 181.
No, it didn't upgrade. Kitchen raid can't upgrade.
Area status. Not settings. Area status. Torn cloth. You spot a piece of mini boss wandering slime at dead end. An obstacle blocks your path. Character info. Dead end and mini boss. Torn cloth. You area status. Notch. Torn cloth. You spot a piece. Shred of cloth. You spot a piece of cloth. Shred of continue. Shred of cloth as you defend yourself. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains notches fog enchantment. Enemy gains ethereal enchantment. You gain 1 poison stacks. Your turn. Player status. Poison. Stacks 1 after playing a card. Player status. In staff of thunder. Deal 3 damage 3 times. Enemy gained 1 chain stack. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charges. 5/5. Big Eater. STR1. You gain Big Eater enchantment. Sharp leaves. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained chef's kiss. Bonus. STR2. Enemy gained 1 charm stack. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. You gain chef's kiss enchantment. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create player status. Chef's kiss. This kitchen raid. Tiny trident. Plus 6. I don't have enough energy to character info. End turn. Enemy takes 1. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Sparklight. You take 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 chain stacks. Sparklight. You take 3 damage. Enemy gained 1 chain stack. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Thorn pin. Steal 5% of your foe's maximum health. 1. They can't gain impervious during their next turn. Enemy takes 1. Enemy gains tiny trident. Plus 6. Enemy takes 2. Kitchen brawl. Plus 1. STR2. Chop him up. Plus 5. Search. You gain enemy takes 7. Victory. Next. Next.
Oh, that chopping up's getting strong.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 24. Next. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Area status. Enemy status. Stone Nova. STR. Thick skin. STR. Forged in blood. STR1. Create a Battlesphere upgrade all on tempered cards for each damage you took since last round. Thick skin. STR1. Forged in blood. Add Stone Nova to deck. Add Thick skin to deck. Enemy status. Thorn pin. Stone. Shred of cloth as you are ready to strike your final blow. The wisps disperse and scatter through the marsh. We inspect the piece of cloth. Shred of cloth. The gold. Lead. Exploration. Show deck. Dead end and obstacle block. Area status. Stray light. A faint green. Mini boss wandering slime. Dead end and obstacle blocks. Your mini boss wandering slime. Stray light. A faint green light. Stray light. A. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains ethereal enchantment. You gain 2 poison stacks. Your turn. Player status. Poison. Stacks 2 after playing a forged in blood. Create a Battlesphere upgrade all on tempered cards for each damage you. Chef's kiss. STR2. This combat inflicts surge of strength. You take 1 damage. You heal 1 health. Tenderize. STR. You gain tenderize enchantment. Surge of strength. You heal 2 health. Character info. Forged in blood. Create a Battlesphere upgrade all on Chef's kiss. STR2. This no soup. STR1. Gain Chef's kiss. No. You gain Chef's kiss enchantment. Player status. Chef's kiss. This no soup. STR1. You gain 1 anger stacks. End turn. Character info. Forged in blood. Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain forged in blood. Create a Battlesphere up. Player status. Forged in blood. Character info. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing card. Brain pain. You gain brain pain enchantment. Brain pain. You gain brain pain enchantment.
Double
your turn.
Pain.
End turn. Character info. Serenade. Inflict 5 charm per unspent energy. If you are performing, double the charmed inflicted. Action. Enemy gain 20 charmed stacks. Battle broth. Create an ingredient whenever you enter a stance. Return this to hand. Charge. Choice card. Plus 1. STR1. Deal start. Kitchen raid. STR1. Tiny trident. Plus 7. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 11. Sharp leaves. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 bleed. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Sated. Sharp leaves. 1 use. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. Enemy gained 1 stagger stacks. Enemy gained 1. You gained 1 sated stacks. End turn. Character. Culinary cutlery. Bonus. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment. Kitchen raid. STR1. Create unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. Kitchen raid. Choice card. Plus 1. STR. Character info. Choice card. Kitchen raid. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. Enemy gain 2 stagger stacks. Enemy gain 2 charmed stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. Deal. Enemy takes 4. Victory. Next.
Oh, we're doing
next.
Good. We're slicing and dicing with these guys.
Character info. Next. You gain 4 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Area status. Enemy status. Serve cold. STR1. While in this stance, inflict 1 frozen and gain 1 health whenever you play an ingredient.
Good
Frost
stance.
action. Stonewall. STR. Steady strike. STR. Add serve cold. Add stonewall to deck. Add serve cold to deck.
Serve
Enemy
cold
status.
is really
Stagger.
good.
Serve exploration. Kitchen brawl. Player gold 1. Area status. Settings. Area status. Mini boss wandering slime. It's hammer slime. Stray light. A faint green light. Dead end and obstacle block. Stray light. A faint green. Stray light. A faint green. You gain enigma enchantment. Enemy gains noxious fog enchantment. Enemy gains ethereal enchantment. You gain 3 poison stacks. Your turn. Test subject. Inflict 1-to-1 random afflictions with 1-to-1 stacks. When this is transformed, add a copy to your deck and upgrade it by 1. Upgradable. You take 1 damage. Enemy gain 1 vulnerable stacks.
Yes.
Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You take 1 damage. You gain body of steel enchantment. Culinary cutlery. STR1. Conjure 3. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. You take 1 damage. You player status. Body of tiny trident. Plus 6. Neutral. Culinary cutlery. STR1. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 10. Chef's kiss. STR2. This character info. Chef's kiss. Culinary cutlery. Sharp leaves. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Chef's kiss. STR2. This culinary cutlery. Bonus. You gain culinary cutlery enchantment. Chef's kiss. STR2. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 2. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 1. Sharp leaves. 1 use. Sharp leaves. 1 use. Inflict. Tiny trident. Enemy takes 3. Sharp leaves. 1 use. Enemy gain 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Sharp leaves. Enemy gain 2 bleeding stacks. Enemy gains deep wound enchantment. 1. Ellipsis. You gained 1 sated. Character info. Character info. Chef's kiss. STR2. This combat. Inflicts dagger and charmed equal to your sated. 3. Whenever you play an ingredient. Memorize. Enchantment. Rare. Charmed. Lose the battle if your health is less than your charm. When dealt. Non-piercing damage. Remove an sharp leaves. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gain 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated. End turn. Character in Chef's kiss. STR2. This player status. Cooking. Chef's kiss. I don't have enough energy to. Character info. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 1 bleeding stacks. Enemy playing card. Brain pain. You gain 4 reflect stacks. Enemy takes 9. You take 2 damage. Enemy gained 1 chain stacks. Your turn.
End turn.
turn.
Easy. I won't make you guys sit through the rest of the swamps. I'll just finish it all off.
Character info.
I don't know. Maybe I won't.
Underdog. Dex and 2. Double your foe's drown. I don't have enough energy to. No soup. Bonus. STR. You gained 1 anger stacks. You gained 1 anger stacks.
I have to start a new recording maybe.
Chop him up. Plus 2. ST. 6. You gain enemy takes 6. Victory. Next.
Chop it up's been kicking
Next.
ass.
Character info. Next. You gain 5 gold. Select a card. Area status. Enemy status. Oath of fire. Neutral 1. Gain 3 rally. If holy was spent. Gain oath. Steady ground. STR1. Gain 3 armor. Oath of fire. Steady ground. STR1. Gain 3 armor. Your juggling balls. Neutral 2. Activate to discard a card. Perform equal to its cost, then draw a card. Deplete. Steady. Oath of Fire. Neutral 1. Gain 3 Rally. If Holy was spent, gain Oathbound. Action. Uncommon. Rally. Whenever your opponent. Enemy status. Area status. Player health 65. Show deck. Skip rewards. Exploration. Use weapon. Use weapon power. Culinary weapon. Activate to start combat with a random ingredient. Passive. Dead end and obstacle blocks. Area status. Settings. Area status. Boss Balger Blight Bane. Mini boss Wandering Slime. At dead end and obstacle blocks your path. Player gold 194. Dead end and mini boss Wandering Slime. It's Hammer Slime. Boss Balger Blight Bane. Area status. Noxious Fog. Stacks 4. Inflict 4 poison at the start of combat. Increases by 1 every combat and resets whenever you visit a campfire.
We'll take on boss and then wrap this episode up.
Boss Balger. Area status. Boss Balger Blight. Player health 65. Show deck. Use weapon power. Culinary weapon. Activate to start combat with a dead end and obstacle block. Area status. Settings. 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 Area status. Boss Balger Blight Bane. What are you doing in my swamp?
He's either gonna kill me really fast or
Boss Balger Blight. You gain Enigma enchantment. Enemy gains Noxious Fog enchantment. Enemy gains Aura of Blight enchantment. Enemy gains Noxious Recovery enchantment. You gain 4 poison stacks. Your turn. Lust for battle. Fury grants extra anger for each attack. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. Fury added to your deck. Fury added to your deck. Hardy flank. 1 use. Gained. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You heal 1 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen raid. Bonus. Stand your ground. Thick skin. Bonus. ST. Stand your ground. You gain stand your ground enchantment. Chop him up. +5. Player status. Stand your. Chop him up. +5. I don't have enough energy to. Thick skin. Bonus. STR. You gain 6 armor stacks.
Thick skin.
Kitchen raid. STR1. Chef's kiss. Character and end turn. Player energy. End turn. Enemy takes 6. Enemy turn. You gained 1 poison stacks. Enemy playing cards. Vile strike. You block the damage. Toxic brew. You gained 1 bane stacks. You gain 5 poison stacks. Toxic brew. You gained 1 bane stacks. You gain 6 poison stacks. Your turn. End turn. Character info. Ritual totem. Deal 6 damage. Summon a totem. Melee basic attack. You take. Enemy takes 6. You gain totem of spirits enchantment. Surge of strength. Gain. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. Thick skin. Bonus. STR. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain 5 armor. Tenderize. STR1. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain tenderize enchantment. STR1. Deal. Character info. Choice card. +1. STR. Kitchen brawl. +1. STR. Player status. Bane. Kitchen brawl. Choice card. +1. You take. Enemy takes 6. Select card. Unknown meat. 1 use. Sugar plum. Spicy acid. Sugar plum. Kitchen brawl. +1. Sugar plum. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. Added to enemy deck. You gained 1 sated stacks. Kitchen brawl. Plus. I don't have enough energy. Character info. End turn. Enemy takes 5. Enemy turn. You gain 4 poison stacks. Enemy playing card. Toxic brew. You gained 1 bane stacks. You gain 7 poison stacks. Grim harvest. You take 7 damage. Vile strike. You take 17 damage. Your turn. End turn.
I don't know if we can make it.
Character info. Passing of time. Foretell 3. Conjure a free copy of any memorized card revealed this way. Action. Choice card. +1. STR. Tiny trident. +6. You take. Enemy takes 9. Chop him up. +2. STR. You take 1. Enemy takes 4. Tiny trident. +6. You take. Enemy takes 9. Hardy flank. 1 you. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gained 1 sated stacks. Garnish. Gain 4. Sharp leaf. Salty femur. 1 use. Sharp leaves. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain cooking enchantment. Enemy gained 2 bleeding stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. And known meat. 1 you. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gained 1 sated stacks. Tiny trident. +6. You take. Enemy takes 2. Serve cold. STR1. I don't have enough energy to play this card.
I wanted that serve cold.
Choice card. +1. Passing of time. 4. Character info. Passing of choice card. Serve cold. STR1. Salty femur. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gain fortified enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Unknown meat. 1 you take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gained 1 sated stacks. Hardy flank. You take 1 damage. Enemy heals 1. You heal 1 health. You gained 1 sated stacks. Passing of time. Choice card. +1. Serve cold. STR. Unknown meat. 1 use. Create an ingredient. You gained 1 sated stacks. Salty femur. 1. You gain cooking enchantment. You gain 2 armor stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks.
Activate tenderize.
Player status. Sated. Body of steel. Life 1. You take 1 damage. You gain passing of time. 4. Choice card. Plus. Serve cold. STR1. Unknown meat. 1 use. You gained 1 sated stacks. Player status. Enigma. Spicy acid. Enemy gained 2 poison stacks. You gained 9 potency stacks. You gained 1 sated stacks. Passing of time. 4. Choice card. Serve cold. Player status. Armor. Serve cold. Choice card. Passing of time. Character info. End turn. Player energy. End turn. Enemy takes 10. Enemy turn. You gain 6 poisons. Enemy takes 10. You take 4 damage.
He's taking a
Grim
lot
harvest.
of damage.
You take 12 damage.
Oh.
Watchful whimsy. You gain 1 evasion stacks.
There we go.
Grim harvest. You take 12 damage. You gain 40 fat shirts. Defeat.
I knew it.
Defeat.
See, he hit so hard. I just knew we couldn't make it. It's a good thing I finished it off. So we made it 3 episodes. This is the end of the series. We'll start again, of course. That is it for Cooking Like a God. We did good. Actually, corrupting our deck kind of messed it up. I think that was a big mistake. We should have taken more maximum health, and we shouldn't have taken all those imp cards. Those imp cards totally corrupted our deck, and I won't do that again. That was a very, very poor choice. I know, Luther. Alexa, stop. Yeah, we're not going to do that again. We'll try. We'll do something a little different next time. But that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. Thank you for joining me here on Dawncaster. And come back every Thursday for more TCD Thursdays, where I play strategy, roguelike, RPG, adventure, card games, and we have a good time. But until next time, folks, take care of yourselves and be good.